Hi, this is Megan Chapman, and this is the Tuesday Studio Video Visit. Hope you are well. Thank you so much for joining me this week. Last week, I don't know if you saw the Tuesday Studio Video Visit. My face was not on camera. I just sort of walked you through, did a visual walkthrough of several of the paper pieces that I've been working on. And we talked about color and texture and the things that I really liked about those pieces. As you can see, I'm joined here with this piece. I've just got her on the art wall right now. So this is the wall in the house above the sofa. I collect, it looks like various faces and creatures. So this is my latest piece. This is something that I resolved. I started it last Thursday and resolved it yesterday. And I had some misgivings about showing it on social media. And then I got over those misgivings. So here she is. Let's just have a, you know my videos by now, the light is never as good as it could be. She is much more of a drawing than a painting. That is sort of a magenta pink. I know it'll read different on different monitors. That's kind of a lighter, brighter yellow, maybe like a Naples yellow. And she is a pale gray blue. And then there's this kind of brighter, slightly brighter, hopeful blue around her. She has this one eye, slightly larger, looking out over. So, as you know, I am an abstract painter, and that's something I've just always done. I do have a very strong foundation in drawing, and of course have drawn from the model, but while I love drawing and mark making, drawing from human figures was something I enjoyed doing, but I never had the same confidence I had in that ability as I had in my abstraction. And so these why I call them accidental portraits is because they sort of accidentally showed up. And it's interesting, they seem to show up more when I'm feeling quite sad or when I have something more to express. It's sort of a nice, well, I won't say nice, but there's sort of a break from my usual way of using my brain, a break from the usual set of problems I have for myself. It's sort of a joy to sort of go into a character, to be able to express emotion by the way I create a plane, by the way I create those eyes, by the way they look, and the colors that I'm using. And for many people, a portrait is instantly more accessible than an abstract painting. And I understand that. We understand a face. We look for eyes, we look for faces, we look for things we recognize. And now, especially, we can all sort of recognize this. When I started drawing this accidental portrait last Thursday, I had no inclination that this person would be a masked figure. I had no inclination that I was going to do a topical piece, that I felt like I needed to express something in relation to the COVID-19 pandemic. That was not part of what I set out to do on Thursday. And there was a point while I was working on this picture that I was quite frustrated by it. And I was just, basically, I just had to I just had to wash her whole face out. I had to get rid of her eyes. I had to change her facial structure, her neck, her fuchsia jacket. I just had to change it all. And so I kind of washed her out and then set her aside and actually turned the piece of paper away from me all weekend. Couldn't look at her, but it was bothering me. It was bothering me in the back of my mind. I was like, oh, I want to figure that out. I want to make that work. And then it was yesterday when I was able to kind of come back to her from a calm place. Her, it, they, we don't really know. Humanoid, eyes, face. That I came back to her and was able to kind of restructure her face in a way. I guess I keep calling her. So in my mind, maybe it is a her. Most of the portraits I do, in fact, all of them that I've done have been she's. But some of them, like this one, have been a toss-up. It's really up to you. Depending on how abstracted they are, it's up to you. And I like doing that because I like making them more accessible to a larger group of people. So not only is the face more accessible because we connect with faces, but their gender is also accessible. It's just any of us. And so basically I'd say it's almost like the collective consciousness moved my hand to create this face, this big-eyed, we don't know what this person is thinking, how this person is feeling, what this person has seen, where they're going, where they've been. But they've got this bright jumper and the yellow flash and the yellow head and this blue. So these colors are colors of spring. They're the colors of flowers. But her eyes say something different. Just like right now, it's the most beautiful time of the year in Scotland. And in a lot of places around the world, spring is a gorgeous thing. But we're dealing with this other thing at the same time. So it's just an interesting piece. I've been really overwhelmed by the response to it. Like I said, I was really unsure about showing it because I'm just basically still very unsure of, these abstract portraits or accidental portraits. They're sort of a sideline of expression and they're not as developed as my normal practice. And sometimes I believe the magic in them or why people respond to them is because they are sort of, sometimes they look unfinished, sometimes they're a bit wild, and because they're not, I can't say it, I don't know. They're not, complete. So in that way, they're open. They're open for interpretation. They're open for us all. And I like that. But as a professional artist, a painter, that makes me just a little nervous to put that kind of work out in the world. So anyway, this has gone on a little bit longer than I had intended, but I hope you enjoyed seeing this drawing, Accidental Portrait number 14. The light's a bit amiss, but you get the general sense, and there is a photograph of her, them as well. So I hope you are well, happy, and inspired wherever you are. I hope you're still taking really good care of yourself, washing your hands, social distancing, and staying in when you are able. Thank you very much for your support of my work. Take care and talk to you next week. Bye.